Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we have a top 10 anime list for you. And today's top 10 list is my personal favorite, top 10 favorite anime characters. So, yeah, it's just my top 10 favorite anime characters, which, awesome anime characters, in my opinion. I'm sure yours differ. Um, I respect your opinion, please respect mine, and, you know, enjoy the video. So, let's get started with things. First up, my number 10. Kirito from Sword Art Online. I like the guy. He's a really cool guy. I mean, he's always after trying to save people. He's he's just trying to help people, as many people as he can that are around him. It's mostly girls that he tries to help, which, you know, okay, it's a little sexist, but it's more that kind of a flirting kind of way. But I can relate to that. I kind of do the same thing personally, which is why I like him. I can relate to him. Most of these characters are characters I'm going to be able to relate to. That's why I like them. That's why I like the shows I like. Is because there's a character in it that I can relate to, and if there's nobody from a certain show on the list, well, there's probably a reason why I don't like the show so much. Anyways, next up at number 9, you have Hinata Hyuga from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Now I like her. She's really shy. She, very, very unbelievably shy. She has a massive crush on Naruto from the beginning, but she just cannot bring herself to say anything about it. She's just so shy about it. I mean, I know I'm saying that a lot, but really, that word describes her perfectly. And that's one thing that I like about her, because I'm kind of like that too, especially around girls. So, yeah, it's a little not so fun to admit, but it's true. And Hinata's like that, which I can relate to that. Plus she's really sweet and nice and friendly. She's a good person. So definitely, and she doesn't have a lot of confidence either. That's another thing about her that I can relate to a bit. She really doesn't have any confidence in herself till Naruto shows her that she can have confidence and she is worth something. So definitely have to put her there at number 9, just because I like Hinata. Now number 8, again from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, Rock Lee. This guy is a badass. He's just works so hard and puts everything he has into it. Um, I guess I can't relate so much on that, but he's he's just a really hard worker, and he doesn't really. He was a nothing when he started as a ninja. I mean, he had no skill whatsoever, no ninjutsu, no genjutsu, and barely any taijutsu. But he put his heart and soul into his taijutsu and just became amazing at it. And I really like that about him. Plus, he becomes a drunken master, and that's pretty awesome to see. I'd love to see it again in Shippuden. We really haven't got to see what Lee's capable of yet in Shippuden. So I'm really curious to see that. Anyways, next up, another Rock. Rock from Black Lagoon. Now this is more of a nickname for him, which it's only a coincidence they ended up next to each other. But anyways, I like him because he's a smart guy. He doesn't like to he doesn't like to get completely involved in things. He keeps himself separate from his environment, which I gotta say I do a little bit of that myself. So I can really relate to Rock in a lot of different ways. So I really like him. Uh, he's gone to this terrible, terrible city, even though he knows nothing about it. He's, he's a businessman. He's basically like an accountant. So, yeah, this guy knows not. He's kind of out of his element here, but he makes it work, and he actually thrives there just by, meeting up with the right people and helping them probably more than they help him. So, yeah, just a good guy. Anyways, let's move on to number 6. Now, this one should be an obvious one that he would make it somewhere, and that is Goku from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT also. Now, Goku is just awesome. I mean, no question that if I ever made a top 10 strongest list, that he would make it. But really, that's a hard one to do, just because of, I mean, how do you do it? Goku's clearly the most powerful character ever, and he's got a heart of gold too. I mean, he's just so nice. But that's his biggest weakness, as well as one of his biggest strengths. He's turned an enemy into a friend in every single saga of Dragon Ball Z, as well as Dragon Ball. Not so much in GT, just because GT's kind of dumb, as I mentioned in my video on it. Anyways, he does that, and but it's his biggest weakness too, in that, well, it's caused him a lot of grief. I mean, Frieza, Frieza came at him over and over again. He kept begging for forgiveness, and Goku kept giving it to him, even though it was a stupid idea. And every time Goku gave him another chance, Frieza would come back at Goku, because Goku's just an idiot. He's too naive. He always looks for the best in people, and it gets him into a lot of trouble because he's always willing to give everyone another chance, even if they really don't deserve it, and it's pretty obvious that they're going to abuse it. So that's Goku, and I kind of like that about him. I'm definitely nowhere near as strong as him, and I'm a lot smarter than him too. I mean, not to brag, but I mean, come on, Goku's an idiot. So pretty much everyone's a lot smarter than him. But yeah, and pretty much everyone's a lot weaker than him. I mean, the guy could blow up a planet without even trying. So yeah, um, just an awesome guy. Let's move on though. Number 5, Kazuma the Shell Bullet from Scride. Now, I love Scride. I know I've mentioned that in a few videos. I know it's not an anime a lot of people have seen, but I loved it. I saw it on, I think it was Adult Swim way back when, in just an awesome, awesome anime. I mean, he's this, kid growing up in a poor town, just trying to make it, constantly rejected by people, and you know, really, everyone looks down on him, and he's just trying to make a name for himself, really succeed. And I really like that about him. I really admire that about him, and he comes out on top in the end, and really shows what he's capable of, and I just love that about him. I know I'm rambling a little, so let's move on. To number 4, again from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Sorry, I just love the show. Naruto's an amazing anime. That's part of it is because there's so many good characters and such a detailed story and such an interconnecting story. It's just a great show. Anyways, number 4, Shikamaru Nada. Now, I love this guy. I can relate to him a lot. This guy is smart. This guy is a genius, and he is just so lazy. And I can really relate to that. That's so me. um, I mean, this guy would rather just be watching clouds than actually doing anything. Me, I'm more of my hobbies, but still. Shikamaru, he's big on shogi and Go. He's huge on those games, which I'm not entirely familiar with them, but I'm pretty sure shogi's basically chess. I'm not really sure about Go. Maybe it's checkers. I don't know. Not too big, not super familiar with that, but he's really good at those games. Really likes playing them, and he's also just a master strategist. This guy knows how to fight. Granted, he's not a strong fighter, and his abilities aren't that great. He's got the Shadow Possession Jutsu, which is pretty cool, but really it's limited, and you have to really know what you're doing to get any use out of it. But he does. He's amazing with it. He knows how to get insane use out of it. He knows how to analyze his opponents, and he knows how to come up with the best way to fight any situation. The guy is just good. I mean, yeah, he's not that strong. His chakra is pretty weak, and really not that great in a lot of ways. But he more than makes up for it with all of his other abilities. I mean, his taijutsu is not that great. I don't think he's got much in terms. Well, he knows how to block a genjutsu. But yeah, Shikamaru, great guy. Love the guy. Just an awesome character. One of the reasons why I love the show Naruto so much. Next up at number 3, from one of my favorite anime, Eureka 7, and that would be Renton Thurston. Now, this guy is just a kid, and basically he's just a love-struck kid who is in a crappy town, wants to get out of it, hates his life in this boring little town, always dreams of, flying in the sky with the Gecko State. And he gets his chance. Basically, he's a kid that's living his dream. And he meets the love of his life, and it doesn't go so well. Um, I mean, she kind of likes him from the start, but she doesn't understand it, and it's really complicated. But you really get to see just what kind of guy he is, just how passionate he is, and I just really like it. I mean, yeah, he's an immature kid and he's figuring things out, but everybody is. And I watched that show back when I was in high school. It was my senior year, and it just really struck a nerve with me, especially Renton. So I had to put him way up there for that. Anyways, let's move on to number 2. It was really hard for me to place him, especially at this level, but number 2, from Death Note, Light Yagami. Now, I love this guy. This guy is awesome. He's like an evil genius. He gets a notebook with the power to kill people, and he decides to take it on himself to become basically a god and kill everyone he deems evil and not worthy. And yeah, or anyone that gets in his way as well. So he uses his wits for everything. He's not bad at sports. He's not bad at a lot of things. He's actually pretty good at most things. He's a major lady killer, even though he doesn't seem to have much interest in them. He mostly just uses them, which is kind of messed up. But the guy is just awesome. I like Light, and just a great character. I can relate to him in a lot of ways. I mean, I don't think I'd ever go that far, but then again, when he lost his memory, he didn't think he could ever do something like that. So, you never know with something like that. But, it's not like anything like that's real anyways. So, let's move on to my number 1 favorite. As you may have guessed, based off the fact that half the characters in my this video are from this anime, again, it's Naruto. It's from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, Naruto Uzumaki, the main character. And I gotta say, he is just awesome. He's just a really good guy. He starts out as just this worthless guy, a lot like Lee in that regard. Naruto's a nothing. His transformation skills suck. He can't do a clone worth crap. I mean, he's just terrible as a ninja. Just a class clown, a prankster. He's a joke. That's how he starts, at least. But he actually figures out the transformation jutsu and the clone jutsu. He actually becomes amazing at those. Those actually turn into his specialties. And, he becomes really great at that. He turns his biggest weaknesses into his biggest strengths. Really early on in the show, too. And he just is constantly pushing himself to get stronger and stronger because, he wants to prove himself that he's worth something. That's his real goal. He wants to prove that he's worth something, and you know, he's not just some guy. He's not that loser that everyone hates. He wants to prove that he's someone important, and that's his dream, and he does everything in his power to do that. And he's also very devoted, like insanely devoted. So I guess that's all I have to say. The video's starting to run long, so I better wrap this up. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Please, I need to know more top 10 lists. Let me know. Give me your suggestions for a top 10 list in the comments, and I'll probably do it. Like the video so I know you liked it, because I'm not going to know if you don't hit the button, so come on. And subscribe to my channel. I have a million more videos. Well, not a million, but I have a lot. Dozens of videos. So check them out, and there's going to be more to come. Anyways, so subscribe to the channel. Anyways, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you.